Good afternoon, I am Precious Mzea Sakaleji. Welcome to Camnet TV Midday News. The headlines. 14-month-old baby of LUSAKA'S MANDEVU compound goes missing without a trace. PF members of parliament challenge government to avail diversification plans for the mining sector. Join me with the details after this commercial.
Team, the trajectory of the business looks very positive, and it looks like we'll be able to launch the country.
Has so much data.
Mom?
Yes, baby?
It says here, global warming and climate change is caused by the pollution from careless activities of human beings.
Wow!
Son, do you know I can turn my phone into a TV remote?
How's that possible?
It's so easy. Check this out.
Be smart, be fast with mega data from Zamtel. Get your 15 GB mobile data for only 100 kwacha, 30 GB mobile data for only 200 kwacha, and your 70 GB LTE data bundle with free Netflix, YouTube, Facebook, and WhatsApp. Visit our Facebook page, website, or service centers countrywide for more information. Zamtel, your digital lifestyle partner.
And other media news in detail. A 14-month-old baby girl identified as Dorothy Msonda has been kidnapped from her house in LUSAKA'S MANDEVU compound. Speaking in an interview with Camnet News, 22-year-old mother to the child, Grace Mumba, narrates that she left her baby sleeping at around 21 hours on Thursday night to go and buy a diaper from a nearby shop.
This is the cry of Grace Mumba, a 22-year-old mother of LUSAKA'S MANDEVU compound, mourning the mysterious disappearance of a 1-year, 2-month-old baby identified as Dorothy from their house on the night of Thursday, 16th June 2022. Ms. Mumba explains to Camnet News that she lives alone in her house with her 2 children, stating that her firstborn was at her parents' house while she was with the youngest when she decided to go and borrow diapers from a nearby shop around 21 hours, only to find her child, whom she had left sleeping, missing.
How old? I'm 4 years.
One of her neighbors explains that 2 men came looking for her during the time that she was at the shop, suspecting that they could be the kidnappers.
Grace. So pamene vanabwera nati Grace ni uko kudoka amene kulira mwana nishi mwana alira mnyumba. But anila ila chaenda kushop. So ndio pamene vanabwerera bazinguluka bakamba tunampeze Grace na kama nati do ya first ndio mwamene munkala Grace. Vanazinguluka futi nobwerera vanambo kamba panja. So ninamvera time panapita kwa 10 minutes mwana aleka kulira mnyumba. Naganiza penangu mwayi wakabwera. Nambo mvela mavoice ya banyamata bakamba tivoitie nambo uza mnyamata amene nikala naye nati baoneka baenda na Grace abaperekeza balendo bake ni mwamene banaendera panapita chabe time ngono Grace abwana niko mkoshera ati banti ichokani nati ni chani ine ni dwala sinimvera bwino ati ya ichokani mwana banibera mnyumba.
Other neighbors have expressed the need for those living near each other to look out for each other's safety.
Because ngati munzanu pamene munkala munzanu sanga sowese mwana pamene munkala ni pamidadada singakane kuziva pamene mwana aso maonaka because munzanu ukapeza munzako wa neighbor unapeza ndiye bululu wako because mwana sanga sove apa pali madoi inango sibangaziva ti mwana aso bwana singakane mvela muntu atanda segula na pani neighbor singavela ti muntu asegula mudo because 21 hours yene bakamba yo 21 hours yo kan 19 hours yene mukamanisha bantu bali kupita na pita.
Others spoken to in the community have called for more police patrols to prevent such incidents.
So is
this the first time in the recent past, Pamenapa, when such a thing has happened? Kubewa mwana or vintu chabi, is it a new thing?
It's not a new thing because in a barber shop and my internet cafe vintu vibewa but but na properties yabewa.
The whole community is awaiting to hear the outcome of the case, which has formally been reported at MANDEVU police post, stating that such crimes are alien to the community. Zipporah Mshala, Camnet News, Lusaka.
Vice President Mwanawasa has condemned the behavior of the Zambian army officers seen in a video torturing 3 men suspected of insulting the Republican President Hakainde Hichilema.
16th June 2022, social media platforms were taken ablaze after a video of 3 young men being manhandled for insulting the president went viral. Lute constituency member of parliament Mtowe Kafwaya, during the question and answer session for the vice president, asked her honor to why there has been silence over the torturous behavior exhibited by the law enforcers towards the 3 men in a video circulating on social media.
Promised that he was going to rule this country by the application of the rule of law. The video we saw of the police brutality when arresting those youths in Wapla province is abhorrent. Your Honor, the Vice President, my question is, why do you think the President is quiet?
Responding to the question, Her Honor the Vice President Mtalena Lumango stressed out the fact that 2 wrongs do not make a right. She says the police was wrong, so were the 3 young men, and that no one, regardless of their position in society, should be insulted in the manner the 3 young men did towards the President.
My boss said, yes, the law on defamation, let me speak, because you have said something that Zambians have seen on social media. Maybe you saw the beating and not the insults, Honorable. Maybe you saw the beating and not the insults, and I've stated 2 wrongs never make a right. That means even the beating is not okay. 2 wrongs never make a right is a common saying.
Cherish Sibote for Camnet News, Lusaka.
Opposition members of parliament have charged that the cost of living in Zambia will not reduce under the current administration, citing that the reduction of annual inflation rate has not been reflecting in the prices of commodities.
Opposition members of parliament have vowed that they will not relent on offering checks and balances to the current administration to ensure that it fulfills what it promised to the Zambian people. Speaking during their weekly press briefing at Parliament grounds Friday, Chinwangando member of parliament Stephen Kampyongo has called on the current administration to ensure that economic policies have an effect on the cost of living. Mr. Kampyongo states that despite the inflation in the country being reduced, it has not trickled down to the common man. He has also warned against arresting former Electoral Commission of Zambia ECZ chairperson Justice Esau Chulu, stating that he was a man of integrity.
So meaning, as the high cost of living is escalating, your salaries will still be the same. What is reducing is the buying power of your salaries. You remember that? I'm sure you are all still energetic to have those sharp memories to remember that.
Meanwhile, leader of the opposition in parliament and Porokoso MP Brian Munduwile, along other parliamentarians, have challenged the current administration to explain how it plans to diversify Zambian mining sector.
We all know and agree that the copper mining has been very, very hectic and has not benefited us. Up to now, we are still going through a lot of challenges. There were issues that were talked about regarding diversification, to talk about gold, talk about manganese, and many other minerals. We expected the minister to address those particular issues comprehensively so that we know where the UPND government wants to take the mining sector.
Meanwhile, Luto MP Mutoto Kafwaya has also added his voice.
Now, the question that I would like to ask our Honourable the Vice President is that suppose the inflation stood at 10 and the prices of fuel are at 25 kwacha as they are now, and the minimum is 180 as it is now, and the salt is as expensive as it is, fertilizer is as expensive as it is she happy?
Lumenzi independent Munia Zulu has also spoken out, charging that the current Speaker of the National Assembly, Nelly Muti, is sidelining independent MPs as she is not according them equal chance to express themselves in the House.
Now, I have written a letter. Strange. I'm complaining against her and I've written the letter to her, but I must put it on record that I'm not an orphan. My mother is alive and well. My father is alive and well. I shall not be treated as an orphan for being in Parliament. Previously, she issued a strong warning that don't blame me if I don't pick on you. And today, earlier, she submitted that I don't favor. It's too explicit. You can tell that she's taken a position.
The MPs have also touched on the Constituency Development Fund CDF, stating that it is unfortunate that most MPs from the ruling party did not vote for the process to be made easy in Parliament. Messi Chanka reporting for Camnet TV News.
Well, that news item brings us to the end of Camnet TV Midday News, but before we go, here are the headlines once again. 14-month-old baby of LUSAKA'S MANDEVU compound goes missing without a trace. PF members of Parliament challenge government to avail diversification plans for the mining sector. Thank you for watching. I am Precious Muzea Sakaleji. Good afternoon.